Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind. I had to go confiscate my fiance's phone so I could keep up with the chat. Give me just a second here. Is everybody having a pretty good day so far? Oh. How you doing, Joe? Pretty good? Phone snooper episode. We don't do that. I mean, she has access to my phone and I have access to hers. We answer each other's text messages, phone calls. I mean, there ain't no sense in all of that, you know, craziness of, oh my God, don't look at my phone, don't look at my phone. I mean, if you're not hiding anything, there's no reason to be like that, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Let's see, who else is here? Hey there, Paul. Moyak. Boy, I have a hard time with your name. Every time I read it, I want to say my cock. You know, this is technically my second live. I was live there for about 45 minutes the other day till somebody spilled something upstairs and it started seeping through the hardwood floor onto my workbench, so I had to go take care of it. No comedy skits today. I done put two shorts out. One of them was a comedy, one of them wasn't, but okay, I guess, okay, I need a moderator apparently. Oh crap, I don't even guess I'll go. Hang on just a second, guys. Let me set some moderators up here. Anybody want to volunteer? Hey there, Suresh, am I saying that right? Hey Josh, how's it going, buddy? For those of you that did not attend my last live, I know you just sit here and watch me roll this. This is a cigarette, I swear. Did any of you guys catch either one of my shorts today? Hey Ray! That first one had like 571 views in an hour, and the second one had 600 views in 25 minutes. I couldn't believe it. Hello, Anita. Yeah, thanks, Ray. I don't even think about that. Since this is a vertical live, you can double tap your screen and it'll lock. In Panama, you on vacation or did you move? It may just be me because I did sit here for a minute and not move. Sorry about that. That might be a nice change of pace, moving somewhere like that. That's a long way away, though. Everything working all right now, Joe, or is it still freezing up? I'm trying to keep myself moving a little bit so I can make sure that do I sound okay? I'm a pretty good ways away from my phone. I know it don't have the best mic in the world. Well, I got 7 people in here and 8 likes. Hell yeah. I think that last time I had 10 people in here at one time. I know if you have under so many subscribers, they cap how many people can be in one of your lives, but I don't know exactly what that cap is, so we'll figure it out maybe. Did everybody get to catch Ryan's live today? Let's see. I know Josh came in. I know Joe was there. Paul was there. I think Ray came in there too. I fell asleep during it. Hey, there's Kat. You doing all right today, Kat? He's much better at doing lives than I am. I'm having a hard time talking. You guys got to give me stuff to talk about. But when I was younger, I totally was able to go out and pick up a free piece of ash all weekend long. That's something I'd like to do sometime. Go play golf. I never really played much golf. I'd go with my grandfather every once in a blue moon, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind giving it another shot now that I'm older, see if I like it a little bit more. Pretty sure you named everybody that's in here right now, Kat. I'm showing 5 people. Let's see, who said that a while ago? What did it say when you tried to comment on it earlier, Josh? That's weird. I may have to look at that here in a little bit, see if I have any problem from the fiance's phone. Okay, guys, that's kind of weird. I'll lose the chat for just a minute, but I'll still be here. Well, it let me comment from my fiance's phone, so I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll have to try to figure that out. you doing? I didn't even see you sneak in there. I do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me for a little bit. I will get used to how all this works one of these days, I promise. I'm going to try to put out a couple more videos before we go back to work on the 2nd. Last year we had like right around 3 weeks off for Christmas, but this year we just got off from the 23rd till the 2nd. Don't know if you, it depends on how good of a golfer you are if you would want to mark your golf balls with your name or not. Because if you're not a very good golfer, then you can't claim that the one closer to the hole is yours if you've got yours marked. How much was that portable laser? I don't sit perfectly still. I'm usually fidgeting with the end of my apron or something like that. It's creased up on the seam and there's a bunch of sawdust in there and I keep trying to flick it out. But well, why not, Josh? It might be a good comical painting. Give everybody something to laugh at the art gallery. I have this bad tendency of, I don't know, I'll space out from time to time. I don't know if I travel between worlds or what, but I just completely float off into the ether. That's how I end up. Now I'm noticing myself doing it that you said that. Anybody get any work done today? I've always kind of wanted a laser just for the personalization options, but I hadn't ever really wanted to CNC till recently myself, and the more I've thought about it, the more I think I want it. 2 hours, holy crap. I've always been this way, even before the head injury. I used to work with this girl at a factory. It is for a company that made like wrapping paper and stuff like that. And when the line would stop, I would just kind of, spaz off in my own little world. I'm sorry, you've witnessed me do it here a couple of times already. I'm not really looking at anything or paying attention to anything, but I happened to be looking in her general direction because she was down the line from me. And she was convinced I was staring at her butt. And she finally said something to me about it. And I said, look, when I get like that, you could jump up and down naked in front of me. I'd never even know you was there. And the next time I spaced out like that, she decided she was going to test that. She wasn't naked, but she did start jumping up and down. And when the noise for the line kicking back on brought my attention back, she was over there jumping up and down, waving her arms and everything. I didn't even know it. Yeah, problem with something like a laser is going to be, my shop does flood when it rains really bad, and it's pretty damp down here anyway. But I don't know if I would want something like that down here. That'll have to wait till I get me an above ground shop built, I guess. How bad is that camera having trouble focusing on me? I've noticed it try to have some trouble again. Wipe the camera off, see if it helps. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go. There's a fight going on. If anybody's still here, I do apologize for that. Could y'all hear the dogs and everybody hollering and barking and everything? Could y'all hear that? That was crazy. But again, I apologize. Oh, see you, Joe. Sorry I missed you. Said you was gone. Apparently the puppy come in the bedroom and got in the older dog's bowl after he was done eating, and that caused a fight. I mean, I know there wasn't nothing in the bowl, so I don't understand what he was protecting, but do you have to use that app with it, Paul, or can you use another one? How you doing today, Daniel? I need this cigarette after that mess that just happened. That was insane. Oh shit. Let's see here. That's something I hadn't even actually thought about was my phone. Yeah, the dogs are getting fussed at. They just got in a big old fight, Daniel. Oh, that's not me. That's the old lady fussing at them. That's why I behave. That way I don't get yelled at too much. That damn camera's starting that shit again. Anybody have any idea what's causing that camera to pulse like that? If you do, I'm all ears. I've not really got much of anything done today. I made those 2 shorts and that was about it. I've got this panel back here behind me that I glued up make my fiance a little lap table to color on, but I'm just not 100% sure that these cedar fence pickets are going to be hard enough for that. They might be a little bit soft. Hell, that made it worse. Don't have my glasses on my head. I don't know what the hell's causing that tonight. I know that's got to be getting on y'all's nerves. It's getting on mine. It's a hard time of year to try to really sell anything small, I believe. Right before Christmas, it's a good time, and then spring and summer, you can sell small stuff like birdhouses and carpenter bee traps, things like that. I actually did okay on that this spring and summer. I mean, it wasn't full time income, but it was a little something. It was the first money I'd actually made from this, so. Hey Ray, add me on Facebook and I'll send you a couple of designs that seem to sell pretty good around here where I'm at. Yeah, that's a fair point too, Josh. Everybody's broke. John Ricker. I think I posted a link to one of my shorts in Daniel's Facebook group today. If you want to find me that way, that might be the quickest way. Yeah, I made a couple of bat houses this summer too. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think somebody asked for some bat house videos the other night on, I guess it was Daniel's Live. That might not be a bad thing to do. Hmm. Okay, that camera's getting on my last nerve. Oh, thank you, Cat. Yeah, when that lady first asked me to make a bat house, I had to do some research because I had never really even heard of anybody keeping bat houses at that time, but I learned quite a bit. Ooh, we got 10 people. Anybody have any requests for a next video? I just drill holes at the bottom of mine because I'm not that talented with my jigsaw. I can't make really good shapes. That was a little bit shiny. Let's see if that might have been causing that. Ooh, a butterfly house. That's something I'm going to have to check out sometime. Yeah, you're right about that, Josh. Every time I think of an idea that I've not seen, I mean, if I don't do it right that minute, 2 or 3 days later, somebody's already done it. Hey, Andy, how's it going? Ten viewers, 12 likes. Hell yeah. I believe that's better than the last one did. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's up with the camera. I can't quite figure it out why it's doing that. It was doing that last time, but when I wiped the lenses off, it quit. Hey Ed, how's it going? Ray, I've heard a lot of people say they do really good at that. I'd give it a shot myself, but I just feel like I'd screw something up. I'm doing all right, Ed. Just wanted to pop in and say hi to everybody and hang out with you for a little while, maybe an hour or so. Now, yes, Thrash, I have thought about getting a 3D printer. I've thought about that quite a bit, but they're kind of high. I apologize for the hacking and sniffing. My sinuses have been going crazy the past couple of weeks. The time of year I get a break from allergies is when my sinuses go nuts. I think I know what my next video is going to be. I've got an idea. It was something that I was requested to make that I should have made like 2 months ago and haven't yet. Yeah, it's been pretty warm here, Cat. It was really warm today. It was warm yesterday, but we had a bad weather front blow over the mountains from North Carolina here and had really high winds there for several hours. A little bit of rain. Yeah, it's been really, really warm. I ain't sure exactly how warm it got here. I never did pay much attention. I know it was at least in the 60s. Yeah, that temperature fluctuation, getting hot like that and then getting cold real quick, that messes with people's immune systems and lets them get sick quicker. Where you at in Virginia, Paul? Okay, Ray, accept it when I get back on my phone. 8 inches of snow for Christmas. Today it's all gone again. Good Lord. It was actually kind of on Christmas here. It wasn't real warm, but it was warmer than it should have been. Yeah, well, I know what you mean there. I mean, I've always been the person I would rather it be cold than hot because I can only take so much clothes off. I can always put more on, so I'd much rather it be cold. But I'm 45 now, and cold weather hurts. Hey, Whitler. Yeah, when it's cold, it reminds me of all the crazy stuff that I done when I was young and got hurt doing. How old are you, Ed? Cold didn't really start bothering me till I was in my late 30s, and then it started bothering me some, and now it bothers me quite a bit, but I would still rather it be cold than hot. Yeah, you're still young, Ed. You'll see here in about 10 years what we're talking about. Josh, I wouldn't care moving to Alaska myself, but I know that'll never happen with my fiance because she wants to go to Hawaii because Alaska's cold and she doesn't like the cold at all. So, I always used to love getting out in the snow and playing. And when I was a little kid out here on the hill on my sled, and when I was a teenager out on the roads in my car, and now I just soon stay in the house. Yeah, me too, Ole. I think I got a pair of boxers that is that old. You can say whatever you want to here, Ed. There's no judgment here. We might pick at you a little bit, but it's just cause we like you. That is very true, Ole. Definitely enjoy your 20s. Well, Whittler, I thought that I had, but I'm not 100% sure now because I bought some stuff while I was out the other day, and in that stuff was a roll of shop towels, and that roll of shop towels is nowhere to be found. So there may be more that I may have missed one or something. We'll just have to figure it out. I wondered if I had pushed that little storyline a bit too far on that last video I done. See you later, Scorpion. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll call you Scorpion from now on so I won't accidentally mess up and say my cock. Yeah, I went 3 days without my tape measure last week, Josh. I couldn't find it nowhere. And somehow or another, it was in the floor at the foot of my bed. I don't understand how it got there. This right here is what they usually get from me, though. Pencil, lighter, square, tape measure. It's always one of those four, or all of those four. Maybe, cat, I don't know. I'm not real big on people, believe it or not, Ed. I'm not much of a people person. I was when I was younger. I was a big people person, but now, eh, I don't know. Fiance saw a video of somebody that cut the end off of their tape measure and then tied their pencil to their tape measure, and then I said, all that does is ruins the tape measure, and then that's going to get lost too. So, hanging from the ceiling. I hadn't really thought about that. That's not a bad idea. I may have to do that. I mean, when I lose one, I know where there's one or two that are not sharpened, but I'm not a big fan of sharpening one until I absolutely have to. I don't know, I've got a good bit of space to cover between my workbench and my table saw and my miter saw, so I don't know if the ceiling thing would work. That's a good bit of room. If I had something long enough to do that, it would definitely hit the floor. Well, I technically have 3 tape measures. One's on my keychain, but it is broke. It's accurate enough for me to like measure something at Lowe's that I'm buying to see if it's close to what it's supposed to be, but it's not accurate enough for me to work with. I had one 6-foot that I'd been using for years, and then it disappeared one day, and I couldn't find it, so I finally went and bought me this one I use now, and finally found the other one. Again, somehow or another in my bedroom instead of down here. I'm starting to see a pattern, I think. Yeah, Cat, I can see that being a problem too. Oh, we lost a couple of viewers there, down to 8. Of course, I can't blame kids for most of my stuff. It's probably me. And Cat, I'm going to imagine that I probably lay stuff down and forget about it, and that's what happens. And I'm going to imagine that you have the same types of issues, so maybe don't blame the kids. Nah, seriously though, the tape measure, I really don't see how it got at the foot of my bed. It makes no sense. Even if I had left it in my apron pocket, that's not anywhere near where my apron goes, so it doesn't make a lick of sense to me. I'm in a half basement. I've got about 14 by 26 feet, something like that. I ain't never really measured it all the way out. Of course, not all of it's usable. It's a pretty big mess right now. Hang on a second, I'll give you a quick look around. Alright, this is about what I'm shop wise here. I'm standing almost in the middle. I'm a little bit close to the end. Now I'm in the middle. I go about 14, 15 foot by like 26 foot, something like that. Yep, cat's right, it's the shop gnomes. I mean, I even trapped them and showed them to you, they're real. I'm telling you, they're real. Now I'm looking around behind me all paranoid. I don't do anything for dust removal. Well, a broom and a dustpan is honestly what I do. If you would have seen in here a little bit earlier, you would have seen that I usually just let it sit on the floor. If you could see behind my miter saw, you would really see that there's probably 2 inches of sawdust back there. Well, as long as they're doing something productive, Cat, that's okay. That's different. They're not just taking them to be taking them. Wind's starting to pick up again. We might get a storm tonight. Oh, I guarantee you there's screws in that sawdust, and nails and brads and scrap wood and broke glass from a light bulb from my drop light. There's all kinds of stuff in that sawdust. I did sweep my main floor area here though that I use anyway today. Because that useless Bobby won't do it. Damn it, Ed. Yeah, you got me paranoid again. They're not back there. You can't see them. You're lying. Well, that's what it's supposed to be like with grandkids, Ray. I may set me another trap, see if I can catch them. Of course, now that I've said it out loud, they might not fall for it again. I might have to be creative. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. I'm surprised I've kept this many people this long, to tell you the truth. Oh damn, I meant to bring my ink pen and show it to you and forgot it. One of the things my fiance got me for Christmas was an ink pen. It's an ink pen on one end, a stylus on the other. You unscrew the stylus and it's got a little micro screwdriver in it. It's got a ruler on it and it's got a level in it. You can see the little bubble from the side of the pen. It's pretty cool. I'm tickled to death with that. I may not bring it down here so the gnomes won't be able to get to it, but I think she ordered it from Temu. Hey, there's the Whacking Shack. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, Josh, it's not as bad as you think it would be. I mean, I have a little bit of a hard time to talk to people that long, but you've seen me several times now, just since you've been here, run out of things to say. But I imagine when you've got more people in the chat, it's a little bit easier because there's things keeping going on. Oh, see you later, Ed. Have a good night, buddy. I think you do just fine, Josh. And if there's any kids watching, don't smoke. It's bad for you. Or energy drinks are bad for you too, but they're a necessity as you get old. Oh well, we got 10 people again. Yeah, I have kind of enjoyed these two that I've done. Well, you see, Josh, I worried about that, especially with the first one, and then finally I decided I wanted a cigarette. I sat here and rolled one, and of course then I had to explain to everybody it was a cigarette and not what they thought it was that I was rolling. And you know, as long as you don't smoke or anything like that in your videos, I think you're okay on your lives. At least until you get a big, huge audience, like 100 people watching, then you might not want to. But I don't really drink, so wine's not an issue for me. But I do pretty good not cussing too bad. I do. I'll let something slip every now and then, but I'm not real bad about it. Why didn't you go live, Cat? You should have. Ah, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh, Lord. I know that feeling, Josh. I do. But I've done pretty good about that as far as being on live goes. I don't think I've let any slip in my videos. Maybe my shorts, but not in any of my videos that I've noticed. Of course, it's so second nature, I probably wouldn't notice it if I did, but Tell you what, Josh, if you want to, I'll go live with you one night. That way you won't be so scared and you won't be by yourself all alone. My biggest problem with videos is figuring out how to shorten them. That's what makes it really interesting when it's sketchy. Got 10 in here again. 10 must be my cap, because I've not seen any more than that in here at one time. Gotta get more subscribers so I can get more people in here. I was making something one day, Josh. It may have been one of the back houses. I had been using cedar fence pickets, and I glued them up into a panel, and I was trimming them down on the table saw, and a knot fell out of the edge of one of them. And that made me mad, and I cussed, and I slammed that glue joint down on my knee to break it, and the glue joint held, but the fence picket broke beside the glue joint. I bet I cussed for 20 minutes over that. Yep, 10 max 5s. Yeah, guys, if you've not hit that like button, make sure you hit it. We got 13 likes. The last couple of videos I did, the last couple of, like before today, the last couple of lives that I did, and the last video or two I did didn't do as well as everything else had Whacking Shack, so it may not just be you, it may not be your video, it may be something going on with YouTube. Yeah, Josh, I think you'd be just fine doing a live. I really do. Well, we've been at this for over an hour now, except for the few minutes that I had to go break up the dog fight. Ray, you're almost always the first person to comment on my videos. Sometimes you're the only person to comment on my videos. Yeah, that's the one thing I gotta work on, Josh, is my sound in my videos. I think what I'm gonna have to do is not speak and cut in the same clip. Like, split the video between me talking and me cutting. That way I can turn the tool sound way down and turn my voice way up. Thank you, Ray. If you were talking to me. Okay, good deal. This right here is probably my favorite tool in the whole shop. Since I don't have an air compressor to blow sawdust off with, this is what I use to wipe it off of my tools into the floor. You guys thought I was going to go somewhere dirty with that, didn't you? Yeah, I tried a voiceover there in my intro on one of the last couple of videos I did. I can't remember which one it was now, but it was just during the intro. How long was your video, Ole? I think every one of my videos have been 30 minutes long. I believe I'm already subbed to you, Ole. I don't know. I'll have to check when I get my phone back in my hand. Oh, wait a minute. We've got 11 people in here, so 10's not my cap. Oh, damn, it dropped down to 7. So now we know that 10's not my cap, at least. I do that sometimes. I come down here to do one thing and then it spirals out of control. That's just the way it goes, I reckon. I think we're all like that, honestly. Yeah, I've been using fast forward a little bit more too here in the past few that I've made, Josh. Back up to 11 people. Everybody watching, if you've not hit that like button yet, make sure you do it. We appreciate it. Ooh, I'm up to 12. I may have to experiment some on when to do this. Good. I don't want everybody to leave. There, that was my chair dance. Yeah, I definitely need to soundproof my shop too. Everybody upstairs is so loud. I'm guessing that's probably not why you need to soundproof yours, but well, guys, it's 10 o'clock, and I hate to, but I believe I'm going to have to hop off of here and see how things are going upstairs. I ain't heard nobody kill anybody or any dogs yelping or anything, so I think everything might be alright. But hey, Chase. Okay, I'm beginning to think that maybe I need to start my lives a little bit later. And I've noticed it with Daniel too. Right at 10 o'clock when he's ready to quit, that's when everybody starts piling in. So I might wait and start my next one at 10 o'clock and see what happens. You doing all right tonight, Chase? I know that, Phil. Let's see, we go back to work on the 2nd. And sometime after that, we're supposed to go to 9-hour shifts. I don't know if that's going to actually happen or not, but that's what they were talking about. But it's starting to look like about 10 o'clock is when people start coming in. So I'm beginning to wonder if maybe starting a little bit later might be better. Maybe 9, 9:30. Of course, I think I started the last one at 9, but I had to cut it short. And there's nothing wrong with being up past your bedtime. I don't know, that could be too, LA time zone, so. What the? Oh, yeah, you're in Virginia. I remember you're in Eastern time zone. Okay. So that makes it 9 o'clock at your house. Okay, Central's the next time zone over from here. Okay. Sweet freedom. What does that feel like? I can't remember. Yeah, Chase, that working all the time without a day off will wear you out pretty quick. I used to be like that. I used to be the kind of person that worked 80, 90 hours a week. But I just don't think I can do that now. I think about 60 is probably my limit. Of course, that could very well change. Depends on how much I do down here, plus work too. So that could very well change. I'll sit here and roll another not doobie with yous. Guys, I really do appreciate you watching me and watching the lives and everything. It means a lot. It really does. Yeah, that's exactly where I am right now, Josh, 45. No, that's not a cook pot. That's actually, it's called a sea vault. I think it's meant to put weed in, just judging by the person who gave it to me. But it does just fine for tobacco, so. Dang, Ray, I didn't realize you was that old. Let's see, my mom is 73, but she had me a little bit later than a lot of people that age had kids, so. $67. Yeah, Paul, you're right. That's exactly when it starts going downhill. I started to feel stuff in the late 30s, but when I hit 40, that was when it all went. I think back to the way I used to work and stuff like that. I just don't know that I could do it now. When my youngest daughter was born in '05, I was working somewhere between 60 and 80 hours a week at a factory, and then somewhere between 30 and 40 hours at a convenience store. I lived right next door to the convenience store, so I would just come home, change shirts, and go to the store and work till time to go home and fall down for an hour and get back up and go back to the factory. I just don't think I could do stuff like that now. I don't think my body could handle it. I could probably do it in my mind, but I just don't think my body could do it. To me, Ohio is not a southern state, but for somebody from New York, I guess it would be. Of course, I let myself get out of shape too. My ex-wife, after our second daughter was born, after a while, she decided we couldn't afford for both of us to work and pay for a babysitter, and she didn't want to stay home with the kids, so she wanted me to. So I did get to have that experience for a while. But you talk about getting out of shape, my lord. I think it might be starting to rain here too, Chase. I've been hearing something. I couldn't tell if it was wind or rain. Guess I could open the door and find out, couldn't I? No, it's just wind. Just the wind blowing. Yeah, Paul, I believe I've not really been building much here lately, Chase. I've got a panel I glued up and started sanding on for a lap table for my fiance to do her coloring on when she's laying in bed, but I think the cedar fence pickets are going to be a bit too soft for that, so I may have to change my thinking on it a little bit. I don't know, after I get it sanded down and stained and shellacked, it might be hard enough. I'm going to have to run some tests and see. Man, we got 11 people in here. I hate they're going off and there are 11 people in here. I really, truly do. Hey, Amy, how are you? I see what you guys are doing. You just messaging people and telling them to pop in here as I'm leaving, huh? Is that it? Is that what's going on? Yeah, this lap table was supposed to have been a Christmas present, but I didn't get it finished. Not much going on tonight. Dogs fighting, stuff like that. What's causing my camera to pulse like that? I really, truly would. I need to get myself in gear and get stuff done. I was supposed to have been down here in the basement the whole time I've been off work doing something, but that's not quite worked out the way I wanted it to. Yeah, Chase, get you an apprentice. Find you a Bobby. Chase, when it comes to something like that, I believe I'd trust my instincts on it. Because I don't see myself partnering up with anybody for anything like that. I have trust issues with people, or I just have people issues in general. Okay, Ray, we'll see you later, brother. You have a good one now. Now, the real life inspiration for Bobby in my videos is wanting to team up with me to do a podcast, not woodworking related, something entirely different. And I think I may do that with him just because I like the way it sounds. But he's my ex-wife's brother-in-law, and you know, he's been around a minute now, and he's stuck by me, so I believe I'll give it a shot just to see how it goes. The worst thing that can happen is it not go nowhere, I guess. But as far as partnering up with somebody for your woodworking business, no, I don't believe I would do that unless it was somebody that I completely trusted. Damn, I hate to do it. I hate to do this, guys, but I believe I'm going to get off of here too. It's 20 after 10. What is today? It's Saturday. I may try to do this one more time before I go back to work anyway, maybe twice. Yes, Olay, you've got it exactly right. Trade skills instead of partnering up. If you can find somebody that can do things that you can't do, that would be when I would consider partnering up. But glad you came in, Chase. Amy Joe, wished you could have got here sooner. Hate to run off on you after you just got here, but I'm sorry.